So many, many, many young men are being bombarded every single day with YouTube videos, social media, different messages online of how to make money online, right? How to get rich and how to really like break free from the system, right? And the problem is with all of this industry, all of these messages, is that there's one huge lie that has been told over and over again, and it's become like a collective belief that there's one specific way to make money, right? And this whole idea of achieving financial freedom and laptop lifestyle, living where you want, location, time, independence, freedom, all of this kind of philosophy, it's all based on the fact of we're trying to break free from a system and to achieve freedom, right, by making money online. And we're being told that there's one specific way, one method, whether that's digital marketing, creating a Shopify store, Amazon FBA, affiliate marketing, all of these different business plans, right, that can help us to achieve this idea of financial freedom. And the problem is, it's based on a fundamental error in business philosophy in general. And, you know, before I get into the 4 principles which I'm going to share in this video, and basically the problem that so many young men are facing when it comes to making money, I just want to tell you, like, I've been in this space now for around 7 years, and I do marketing as well, and I make money through marketing, and I work with people who, a lot of people who would like watch a video like this, for example, young men, and like make money online stuff that they look up to and listen to for like information. And I got in this circle. I started when I was like 16, 17. I dropped out of the education system at 17 and started learning about digital marketing. And I got in the circle of someone who actually is like the leader in all of this space at that age. And eventually I went on to meet different people and work with different people. But I've been very heavily involved in this world. And when I first began, I got hooked on the idea of like, wow, yeah, the education system, I do not want to be a part of that. I don't want to go into like slavery and work a job for someone that I don't like and don't believe in. So there's this thing called like digital marketing, which it was for me, right? Which started to exploding. These were like in the early days of before this really got famous. And for me, it made sense. Like I can just make like £10,000 a month, dollars a month. I can be free. I can do what I want. I can live where I want, and my life will be good, right? But it's not as simple as that, because, you know, what we haven't been told as young men, which is the first problem that I want to talk about before talking about the 4 principles that I will share, is that we're never really told what to do with our life in general, right? So we live kind of trapped in the education system. We're kind of forced to go to school as kids. And the way that we live life, it's like we're so repressed and depressed, even though we're not aware of it, that like we have this feeling that we're meant for something more, right? And because we feel so trapped, we begin to link with our mind, because of the message of people in general online is like, the solution to break free is to make money, become rich, and you will be free. But that's kind of backwards thinking, right? Because what is freedom? You can say, okay, I want to make money so I can do what I want to do with my life. But the problem is, most people don't know what they want to do with their life, right? So it's like, okay, you make all that money, then what? Right? So it's actually a reversed part of your psychology here to reverse that belief, where it's like, no, I'm going to do what I want to do, and then you can make money in relation to that, right? And that way you're doing something that fulfills you, right? Instead of making money doing something that you hate and spending all of your life making money doing something that you don't like to do, and you just waste your time. Like, the real value is your time on earth, your experience, right? The real value isn't money. Money itself is not valuable, right? It's like a piece of paper. It's a number on your screen in your bank account. What's actually value? Like, your life is your value. So we've got a whole generation of people either in the education system trying to get a job, chasing money, doing something that they don't like, or this other side now of make money online, doing things that people don't like again, and chasing money, which is the same philosophy of what the education system has taught you in the first place, right? And wasting your life. And the biggest problem of all of this is that it can work. Like you can make money doing this stuff, and people make millions and really a lot of money, but they can have a lot of external abundance. But where's the real purpose? Where's the real joy in what they're doing, right? So that's the biggest question that we have to begin to ask. So really, you've got two sides to the problem. You've got people who are still in the education system, that group of people who are kind of like, okay, I've been taught to get a job, go to university, get these skills and whatever, and then I will be valuable, I can make money, I can buy a house and whatever. And I think now most young men are kind of aware, and if you're watching a video like this, that the education system like doesn't work, right? And it's a massive slavery system that we've been forced into as kids. Actually, it's designed to make factory workers, obedient factory workers, and people to join the military. That's the origins of the education system. If you look back to what happened in France and Germany and the wars and what happened, the creation of the education system, which is a whole different video that you could probably make in the future. But essentially, the real message is like, it's designed to make you a slave. And most young men are aware of this right now. So then you've got like people who are telling young men that, look, there's an option to make money online. So now you have another group of young men. And it's not just young men, there's young women as well, but this channel is obviously for young men. And that group of people is like, okay, I'm going to break free from the education system, from the matrix, from whatever, and I'm going to be free, I'm going to make loads of money, and I'm going to travel the world, and my life's going to be amazing, okay? And it's cool, like these desires are cool, like traveling the world is amazing, making money online is amazing, like you have freedom, I do all of these things, and I'm really happy to make money online, to travel, to live in a great place, to make good money, right? These are beautiful things. But again, the thing is the place that it's coming from. It's the same system of thinking, right? Like you can say, okay, I'm going to leave the education system, but you've been installed with a chip in your mind that has told you, I need to make money in order to achieve freedom, right? It's like in the Auschwitz concentration camps, right? In the Holocaust. What do they have on the front of the gate for the people in the Holocaust, the Jewish people? Work will set you free. Right? So we're all trying to work, set you free, but you're in that trap and you're attracting that into your life. If you watch my videos on the law of attraction and your vibration, the energy and the beliefs that you have and the emotions that you're living by, that's attracting circumstances into your life. So like you can get yourself in a situation where you're making loads of money, but you're not free, because true freedom is doing what you love, right? In this world and having this experience of life. This is the gift itself. This is the value, your life, right? So the final problem, I don't want to make this all about problems, before I go into the principles, I promised at the start of this video, is that, you know, in this whole world as well of make money online, of digital marketing and Shopify, like all of these different, there's probably new ones, I don't really follow it anymore, all these different business ideas of like becoming like a sales rep and whatever, right, copywriter. The problem is, there's two big problems. One is that you're not really doing it in alignment of your true purpose, right? So you can learn marketing, right, and stuff like this, and it all comes down to marketing. And you can learn to sell someone else's product, right? But that doesn't mean that you believe in that person's product. If you're using marketing for something that you believe in, cool, that's a great skill in order to get going and to build connections with other people. But you've got to ask yourself, what do you actually want to give to the world? Because what you're giving comes back to you. If you look at karma, right, what you're putting out into the world comes back to you. Most people are selling shit, right? And this is the whole world that we live in of like consumerism and capitalism and whatever. It's like, oh my God, and by the way, I'm not promoting like communism or anything like this in this video. It's like we're selling shit to people because people are so traumatized, and this is the whole creation of the system as well. People are so traumatized so that we can sell them products that they think that they need or that they want, but but like what they actually need is to heal themselves. So most of the products in the world are pure garbage, and we're actually destroying the earth by creating these products. And then you go out as a marketer, it's like, oh, I'm going to sell this product so I can make money, but not thinking what you're actually doing in the world. You're not conscious of what you're putting out into the world, and that comes back to you as well. And the second problem here is that there's so many young men doing the same thing right now that it's so saturated. How many thousands and thousands of men, young men right now, are trying to build a digital marketing agency, right? Like, it's an unbelievable amount because everyone wants to be rich and they think this is the answer. So you've got a marketplace of everyone doing the exact same thing. And the first principle of business, which I'll go into the principles as now, is value, right? You have to offer value. Business is a value exchange. Making money is a value exchange, right? I offer you value and I receive value in the form of money in this case. And it can be in other forms as well. And the problem is when everyone's doing the same thing, what they're doing now is not valuable because it becomes a commodity in the business space, in the marketplace. For example, I work with a very famous guy on YouTube. And for example, he gets messages all the time because obviously I take care of his email and his inbox and all these things of people offering the exact same service. Like, I'm going to do your marketing. Let me become a sales rep. I can do YouTube thumbnails. I can do video editing. I can do all of these things. Countless every day. Right, so everyone's trying to do the exact same thing and nobody has authenticity because your value has to be, one of the core components of value is uniqueness, right? Innovation, right? Doing something that's different, that adds value to people, but everyone's doing the exact same thing. And the other thing here is the upcoming rise of AI. There's so many AI tools right now and it's in the very beginning stage. They're going to completely wipe out all of marketing. I don't care what anyone tells you about these like marketing gurus that no, everything's okay, still buy my course and you're going to become a digital marketer in freedom. They're telling you that because they want you to keep buying their course. But the AI tools are going to take over 99% of marketing tasks. And then what are you going to do then? ChatGPT can write copy better than any copywriter to ever live, right? And you're trying to become a copywriter just because someone told you to do that to make money. Okay, so these opportunities are not going to be around for a long time. There's going to be a lot of young men who are very lost at that point because it's like the things that they've been learning now are just completely not relevant anymore, right? So coming back to that first principle, as I explained these 4 principles of making money in this new economy from 2024 going onwards, is the first principle is value. You have to add value, innovative value to the world. And the way in order to understand what value that you want to give to the world is by answering the question, how can I serve the greater whole, right? And who is it that I want to serve? Who do I feel called to serve? You need to find your group of people and your mission in life, right? What you really want to add value to in the world. Because most people don't ask that question. They start off in their head with, okay, I want to make money. So I'm going to follow the latest tactic, or I'm going to model someone or copy someone who has made loads of money and do the same things, right? But if you actually understand the principles of making money and doing it in a conscious way, not just making money for the sake of making money, like I think most of us want to actually, as young men, we actually want to do something in the world. We want to add value, right? We want to be valuable to our tribe, which is now the world. But we've been told that, oh no, like by the media and by marketing, that like if I make money, everyone's going to look at me, I'm going to have high status, and so everyone's chasing money. But the real core principle is, okay, how can I really add value to the world? And that is the key for planning out what you want to do to make money and making money, but also it's related to your purpose as well. Why are you here? Okay, why are you here? It's a very important question to begin to ask, and most young men, they skip over this for the desire of making money. And the second question is, and the second principle is, what is my role as well, which is very related. What is my role? Because a lot of people right now, it's really sexy to be an entrepreneur, but some people are not called to be an entrepreneur. Some people are called to be an artist, right? Some people are called to do different lines of work. Some people are called to be a manager of people, to work for another entrepreneur who's creating a vision, and you have a specific skill in that. So it's really understanding, what are my specific skills, what am I called to do, and why am I here, what is my role? And the key for these first two principles, right, of who is it that you want to serve and what is my role, is initiation. Because most young men, and this is the core problem of it all, have not been initiated. They do not know their purpose. They do not know why they're here. And then, because they have not been initiated and they have no clue who they really are, and so repressed, full of trauma, when the marketing messages come to make money and to be free and all of this, we get attracted to that and we fall for a lot of traps because we don't have the inner wisdom and we're not connected to our intuition of who we really are. So in order to discover our true purpose and why we're here and our role of what we want to do, which is the core issue why so many young men are lost, we need to go through an initiation process, right? And that can manifest as an actual ceremonial initiation process, which I'll talk about in future videos, and something that we will be offering in the future as well. But also your life's journey, your hero's journey, is your initiation process as well. All the trials, the pains that we go through, and ultimately it's about following and trusting your intuition and following your heart. That sets you on the hero's journey. So here, what I'm really offering and what I'm sharing here is that young men need to be initiated. It's not just about becoming a millionaire. It's about discovering, what is it that I want to do, right? And from that vision of your true purpose, then you can reverse engineer, okay, for my dream, I would like to make this much amount of money, right? This, what supports my dream. But again, the issue is most young men don't know their dream, right? So how can they know how much money to make? It just comes to endless chase, like, oh, I'm going to make a billionaire. I'm just going to keep making more money. And they're playing the game, like the video game of money, without playing the game of life, right? They replace money with their life, which is a huge problem. Okay, so those are the first two principles. Who do you want to serve? What is your purpose and what is your role in this? And the solution for that is initiation. And during the process of initiation, going to the third principle, which I want to share, is the principle of apprenticeship. Okay, most young men, again, have been taken away from apprenticeship, and apprenticeship goes hand in hand in initiation. It's kind of a part of our life's initiation and our hero's journey. And by apprenticeship, what I don't mean like become like a car mechanic or specific apprenticeship like this. I mean, or if that is your call, cool. But what I'm really saying is, once you're clear on what it is that you want to do, right, we need to go through a phase of learning through apprenticeship. And that can manifest in, for example, starting off small, like reading specific books about your topic. Like, let's say, for example, you're connected with your purpose and whatever. Like, I'll talk about me, for example, to share, to make it more real here. When I talk about apprenticeship, when I started, when I was like 17, 18, I realized at one point is like, I'm not connected to really digital marketing. Like, this is not what I want to do and put all of my energy and look back on my life. I'm not going to be proud that I did that with my life. And I was like, I really want to help young men, right? And that's what I wanted to do. And like, I got real serious about that. And I started reading all the books that I could about like solving the problems of young men, looking into like psychology and healing and different events and courses and all these things, trying to find out what is happening with young men, right? Because I really wanted to help like in this way. That's who I wanted to serve. And eventually I started to attract different opportunities in my life. Like, I began to work and still work with the top YouTuber for young men, right? And live with him for a while and work with him and different contacts and things like this. And eventually I started attracting different opportunities into my life, like working with plant medicines, for example, and helping out at retreats and being a part of that, and different opportunity and different people still to this day just keep flooding in and all aligned to that path. But that was because I was clear on what I wanted to do in that beginning stage. And obviously right now, that desire has evolved for me. It's not just about young men, it's grown into something way bigger. And that's the path. And basically that's kind of the path of apprenticeship. It's not just starting off. Like, imagine when I was 17 and I was like, okay, I want to help young men. So I'm going to like create like a coaching business for young men, even though I know nothing, right, about helping young men. So it's like that's what we fall into, because we watch people online who are telling us build like a coaching business, for example, make money, do this, these are the new strategies to make money, but you have no value yet to do that. You have no value. And you can say, oh, that's negative thinking and whatever, I can do what I want to do. But no, really, like, yes, I believe you have that power inside of you to unleash it. It's part of your potential, but you need to go through an apprenticeship stage first in order to build your value to then share something. And then you go through a transition. So again, the apprenticeship stage of learning can be, in the beginning, start with like books, start with courses, start with joining people's programs, start making connections in your sphere and growing in your value, right? Of what it is that you want to do. But again, the cool thing here is knowing what is your dream in order to learn the right things and go in the right direction, which again, we need to be initiated in order to do that. And as I said before, the apprenticeship stage is also kind of like an initiation as we grow our skills, we grow our tools, and then we can finally go into the fourth principle, which is technology, which is the online tools that we have, which are amazing. And they're growing every day with like AI, different platforms of making online courses, social media. We can use all of these tools to really expand our reach, right? And we can build something amazing with what we want to do. But once again, most people, they start with the tactics, they start with the tools, they start with the business plans without first knowing what is their dream, what they want to give to the world, and going through an apprenticeship stage, right? So this is why young men are so lost. They feel they don't have any value to give, they're feeling lost, and in that state of confusion, they find someone online who is rich, and it's like, oh, that becomes their dream, to be rich, to be like that person, to be high status and whatever. But really, they need to be initiated into what they want. And true initiation is about healing in this world. It's about healing our inner traumas and going on that deep path of healing ourselves to find the light within. We go into the darkness so that we can see the light and gain clarity in our life, right? So that final fourth principle again, online technology, it's amazing and it's getting more and more sophisticated every day. And to use those tools to learn about like marketing and different things like that is very, very easy nowadays. Like to watch videos on like YouTube and courses and whatever, like information, most information is free to learn that stuff. But don't make that your priority. Don't make learning these things priority, because AI is growing and these tasks are very easy when it comes to marketing and creating a product and different things. The core thing that we need to focus on as young men is to build our value, right? To reveal our value into the world. And as I mentioned in different videos, again, another amazing tool is like things like Gene Keys to be connected to what is your higher purpose and why are you here. It's a great insightful tool. Again, different healing tools, which I'll talk about in future videos, but also general initiation. And you can start by trusting yourself. Don't trust me in this video. Don't trust anyone out there. We can take information from people, but eventually like you come to the point where it's like, okay, I trust myself and I go out on my own hero's journey, my own path. Even if everyone else is telling me something different, I trust myself. And that's how you enter the hero's journey in your initiatic path of becoming a man, right? And having your value in the world. So these ideas are quite different to what a lot of people talk about online about making money. But I hope they added value in some way or form. Because I know when I was like 17, 18, I was so freaking confused in this way. So I was motivated to make this video today. So yep, I hope that was helpful and I will see you in the next one.